Welcome back, my fellow agents. It is I, X7, your ultimate agent of Ultra, the host of Xenorama, the podcast of heroes and monsters. It is Thursday, and that means it's live action review day. Today we've got the episodes 4 and 5 of Ultraman, and we're going to start out here with episode 4, which is called 5 Seconds to the Explosion, or 5 Seconds Before the Explosion. It's a pretty straightforward episode, so we're just going to go over it pretty quickly here. We start out with a nifty looking model. How these miniatures are great. I so miss real practical effects. No, they may not be as seamless. Yes, you may see. I believe that's an actual rocket that's up there. Kaboom! And no, it's the Red King episodes. It's got the 5, but there's a missile. It's a missile mystery. A South Sea missile mystery. Look at these. I mean, you just don't see it anymore. And, digital effects are all fine and well, but they just all look the same. I mean, unless they truly go out of their way to try to make them look different. So, missiles are missing, and they found most of them. I'm drawing a blank here. Let's see. 6 atomic bombs. They're not missiles, they're atomic bombs. That one exploded, which caused that massive tidal wave. And now they're sent out to look for everything else, the other 5. And there's Fuji, who's going on vacation. Well, Ito whines about it. Why does she get to go on vacation? And they're telling him to quit being a big baby. Now, Kobayashi-san was not a tall man, as you can see that Fuji, who's not, I think she's 18 or 19. She's quite young. Hiroko is at this point in time. So I'm just watching here. So she's going on vacation. Guess where she ends up? Uh-oh. Man, I'll tell you what, if I were living in Japan, there's no way I'd get on a boat ever in any of their oceans or lakes, because there's always something. As we see here, this is Ragon, which is a primordial amphibian. Now, there's the missing bomb. And Ragon, I think that's how you say his name, Ragon, first appeared in the Ultra Q episode number 20, the undersea humanoid Ragon. He was human sized at this point in time, so it was kind of their Ultra Q's version of the creature from the Black Lagoon. And it's a good looking monster. But he's huge now. I mean, once again, he's a little bigger. That's probably that ship's probably a bit out of scale for a 50-meter monster. And let's see. Let me see something here. And here's his roar from Ultraman. That might sound vaguely familiar, but that's just if you're thinking about it. So, he's headed somewhere. They don't know where. But they send Hayata to go find Fuji because they think she's in trouble. Oh, there's the survivor. There's always at least one survivor, and nobody's going to believe him. I don't remember if they are tracking him via a Ragon. I say Ragon because of August. So I should have asked him if it's Ragon or Ragon. Probably Ragon, but we're just going to go with Ragon. Look at this lovely... there's Hoshino and Fuji playing. She's playing badminton in her heels. And there's some child who's rather obnoxious. Both are voiced by Corinne Orr, and they try, but she's just... the kids aren't too bad in this show, but that one is. She eats all of the food. Here we go. Something's headed our way. Oh no! I mean, she eats a lot of food. This little girl. It's got a wooden leg or a hollow leg, as we used to say. Oh, she's talking to her lapel pin, which is fun. I mean, way before Next Generation had their communicators on their lapels or uniforms. Science Patrol was doing it some 30 years before. And she's asleep. They didn't know it was the monster, they just saw the wake. This episode does take a minute to get going, which, is a nice thing. It's got a leisurely pace, although because they're 25 minutes. Is that what this says? Yeah. 25 minutes, 19 seconds. It's kind of sad that any of the U.S. prints now are missing or any prints with the U.S. dub are missing the United Artists end card, because I know they existed. They were on some original recordings. Ooh, he put salt in this. Or soap, I forget. One of them is salt. There's a running gag about this. All right. It's the Yokoyama Marina, maybe? More miniatures here. I mean, if you know to look for them, but as kids, you weren't thinking, "Oh, everything's a miniature." You just said, "Okay, this is what's happening." Nobody's laughing. There's a lovely matte shot. Boy, you can tell color, Technicolor back then. Not technically Technicolor, but color was still brand new to even in a lot of Japan and even in a lot of the States. Uh-oh, what happens if the bomb falls off? I don't think this told me who actually portrayed the monster at this point in time. Here's a nice little animated bit for the we'll skip ahead a little bit. Nice miniatures. I'm trying to find out if they had the voice actor in here. I keep mistiming it. Excuse me. Let's try this. Clicky. Satoshi Fur. Oh, so in the original one, in Ultraman, if it's the suit actor was Izumi. Oh my gosh, that's the name. Umenosuke. There we go. The battle's pretty good when we get there. Yeah. Let's see if we can get another roar in the right place here, just to liven up the things. And they're just asking for trouble. So they've really combined the background well with the miniatures, I think. And now he's looking at him, and another great shot. Pew, pew, pew! I don't think he had an atomic beam in the in Ultra Q, but he hits the VTOL and there down it goes. It's just really a well shot. Let's see who directed this. Do we have who directed this? Oh, I could click on that altogether. Get a whole thing there. Written by Samaji Nanagase. Oh no, that's the director. Good job. Okay, there's the ship again. Tilting. It's listing a little bit. Was it damaged? We don't know. Okay. Well, Hayata's got to get everyone loose because for some reason he still needs to have a secret identity. Oops, let's back up just for a second here. Oh, now it's migrated from his ear to his arm. And down the hill goes Oshino. Oh, a great shot there. Right there's your line, but you can't even tell. There we go. Using the Beta Capsule, Hayata becomes Ultraman. What the heck's it? Hey, there it goes. Now, would it blow up if jolted? I guess so. Why were there 6 atomic bombs on a spaceship? Let's see if this tells us why it was going up there. Blah, blah. Nukes are missing. Oh, just doesn't help at all. This might as well. All right. So, because it's not Naranga, Ragon is more humanoid, the color timer is blinking. Ultraman's warning light. We all know what that means. We're going to wrap the show up before too long. Yep. Only about 3 minutes left. Good thing the tree is for me. Phew. Yeah, because you'd all be dust by now. Gambare, Ultraman. Oh, crap. I don't remember which one. That's a solid prop, too. I mean, they had to have weighted it. I don't remember this at all. Oh, it's glowing. Ultraman does not have much time left. Judo! And is it time for the Spacium Beam? Oh, it does affect his. It's a pretty powerful breath weapon. That's the zap. He falls into the water, and we never see Ragon again. Hurry, Ultraman, you've got 5 seconds. Plus, you got to get the heck out of the Earth's atmosphere. Shut! Your agent is still a little under the weather, so we do apologize for that. Please like, share, subscribe, vote in the poll if there is one, and leave a comment. There's a great shot there. Just lovely. I mean, it's obviously a model. You don't even see the bomb. And I hope you're eating your hummus of perfection with your preferred delivery method. And then we will. Is that what a atomic explosion in space would look like? You just look at the sun and see lots of them. Don't look at the sun. It's bad for your eyes. You'd have to be a real moron to look directly at the sun. And there's Hayata mysteriously back. Ultraman. That's Harashi. No, Arashi there. Ito is still at the other place. So that is the 4th episode. Where we'll be taking a little break here while we get the next one queued up. I don't know what he's chastising Hoshino about. Let's get over to the next one, which is one of my favorite episodes. It's pretty unique. Got a unique villain. Well, unique monster. And there we go. Be right back. Welcome back. Well, you're still here. For you, it was no time at all. But for me, it was about 3 minutes. Just had to queue up the next episode, which is The Secret of the Miroganda, or Miroganda. I prefer Miroganda. It sounds a little more menacing. And it's either a secret of the or just the secret of Miroganda. It's a pretty cool episode. Now, this one I do have a sentimental attachment to simply because it's one of the 3 episodes I saw. And I definitely remember seeing this one back in West Virginia in about 78, probably right around the last time 78, 79, 79 maybe, because I was at my grandfather's wake. So, and you remember things like that. Wow, all the adults were talking. My brother and I were watching Ultraman. Go figure. So, your basic plot here is a scientific investigation went to the island of Miroganda in the Orius Sea and brought back samples, and they are all slowly dying, except for the one woman. The monster is called Green Mons because, Green Monster. Go figure. Let's see. Where are we here? Green Mons. find out a little more information. There it is. I did not remember a lot of it, and somehow I missed the middle or part of it, like 5 minutes, because somebody wanted to watch a sports ball game or something stupid. You know, I'm watching Ultraman at my grandfather's wake, and they want to watch sports. But you can tell who the villain is. I did not remember this, so maybe I missed the beginning as well. It was tricky back in those days. You had to warm up a television, turn it on, and let it warm up to get the picture. Who directed this? Is that a Jisoji? Let's see. Nope, it's Toshihiro Iijima that directed this. So it's kind of creepy. This is a creepy episode. I mean, when I first started into tape trading, this is one of the few episodes I didn't get to see, and when I did, by the time I got my copy, it was several generations away. So you couldn't quite tell what was going on, but the monster's in it a lot. I mean, it's one of the few plant monsters. You don't get a lot of plant monsters. The coast of Japan. Yeah, they brought it back. Shouldn't be bringing back monsters. I like the fade here is green. I think that's pretty well done. I have seen this several times, but I haven't watched it in a while. Let's get on here. So, Science Patrol has been alerted, and they're looking at the causes of the death, and they keep finding the green slime. And we all know what green slime entails. Just these lovely, full-size props, and that's probably a real place that they just used because it looked futuristic, like the future house from Sleeper, which is here in Colorado. Not near Fossil Bed, but not too far away. I've seen it in real life. I haven't been in it. It'd be kind of cool. As I stated, your humble agent is still feeling a bit under the weather, but I'm much better today than I was yesterday. So hopefully we won't have much of the too many of the verbal gaffes. It was a pretty darn cool little place. I can see why they used it. Fuji's by herself. Usually when she's by herself in the Science Patrol building, and they have to have a support staff there. But we really don't see many of that. That's one of the... I don't know if that's a flaw. Oh, is that the first appearance of... let's see, guest actors. Let's see. Yes, that is Dr. Iwamoto, which is Akihiko Hirata from Godzilla. So I think this might be his first appearance here. Let's click on that and find out. He was a semi-regular on here. Chief scientist at the Gotenyama Mountain Science Center, and developed a lot of the new weapons for the SSSP, or Science Patrol. Unnamed granddaughter, and this is his first appearance. I was right. And it was a good one. If you're going to have somebody come in dealing with slimy green monsters, he's the one to do. All right. We're getting the explanations now. There it is. This is the sole survivor. And who is this here? Eiko Wakabayashi? Yes. I don't know if that's Maki. But she's the only survivor. And they're worried about her because the plant keeps coming after people. It's either got the pollen on them or something. You'd think they would have taken a bath and washed everything. Decontamination. But perhaps they didn't. It's I don't know that it's the mystery of Miroganda might have been a better title, for at least in the English version, but because they don't know what's killing them. Diddly, diddly, diddly. Yep, there we go. I do really like the use of the flashback there and the green mist there. I'm seeing, does it have the roar here in this? It's from the Ultraman wiki. Etymology, blah blah blah. No, just poison gas is what it oozes, but no roars. How bad? That's too bad. It'd been fun to have if they'd have had the roar in here, but I don't blame them. Somebody has to pay to keep this site up. Oh, they all drank the water. It's all in their system. Shouldn't ever drink the water or breathe the air for that matter. There's a nod to Tom Lehrer for all of us. Any people of a certain vintage, even older than me, maybe. And if you don't know who Tom Lehrer is, you can go get all his music for free at his website, tomlehrer.com or something. I highly recommend it. They're very funny, they're very subversive. Oh, well done. I mean, that's not something that was very common in those days to see a color in a black and white. But since it's a flashback, something's happened. Didn't that warn them at all that these things were dangerous? I remembered the flashback. How can you kill something without a central nervous system with a gun? Oops. Okay, now we're back to the present, which of course was set in 1980, 93. I've forgotten. We'll find that out later. Okay, we're on patrol here. They've got this now. The spider shots, their guns would be much better to use against. Oh no! See, they're not using the squiggly lines. I think the squiggly lines are much cooler. Oh, I think it's still only human size at this point in time. Does it say why it grew to? Oh, science. Oh, it went into the water. Okay. They didn't even cross the streams. I would. They're a little too cocky here. And now the professor's telling them, stop being stupid. Nope, let's get back here. All right, no, let's see if we can get a sound effect. So just a little sound effect here and there. Nothing too much. We don't want to. The last Ultraman episode that I did couldn't be played in Japan, which is all right. I mean, they've seen Ultraman their entire lives. Lucky ducks. So I've watched most of the original run up to, well, not all of Taro, because, sorry. I really do like the way this monster, I mean, it's got the one arm. Who's playing the monster? Suit actor was Haruyoshi Nakamura. Yeah, it's just laughing at the gamma gun there. But it's definitely ineffectual. And here comes the poison gas. Why didn't you run away? You'd think they'd have masks that they could put on, but nowadays they would just CGI the mask right in. If the gamma gun's not working, your spider shots aren't. I mean, it's a plant. They should be attacking it with fire, right? Here he comes. Using the Beta Capsule, Hayata becomes Ultraman. I mean, and this is the problem that they address every once in a while, is that when we're still in the Type A Ultraman, his mouth was intended to move, which is why it looks like that. But the problem in this sort of shows is you always tend to rely on Ultraman or an Ultraman showing up at some point in time to save you, and they're not smart enough to figure out Hayata disappears every time and miraculously shows up fine. I mean, I think the chief always knew, or Captain Mura always knew, but it was fun in Ultraman Mebius when they told him, we know who you are. Just go on about your business. But that was a running theme, is that we can't just rely on Ultraman. The clock is striking. Let's see if we can get that. This is a very Western. Look at that's Sergio. It's right out of Sergio Leone. Pardon me. They're just spinning around. And more poison mist shooting at Ultraman. You would think a being that could survive in outer space wouldn't need to breathe. So it looks like the monster's laughing at him, doesn't it? What's going to do with Ultraman? It can't kill him, but can make him run out of energy, and that would do enough. It really, I mean, you could tell it's a man, inside, an actor inside of it, but they disguise it enough. They don't give it legs. They don't give it. They only give it one arm, which is in a plant. The second plant monster is definitely an alien, or at least a humanoid. This is not humanoid at all. There's no eyes. There's no real face. Of course, I haven't coughed for an hour. You know, I'm trying to get the Beto. Why did it take you this long to figure this out? And Green Mons goes up in smoke. I mean, why didn't they think of this? I mean, now plants won't burn. Well, they'll eventually burn, but it'll take them a lot longer if they're loaded with water, because that's mostly what everything is, right? But that is a fiery, and then it's just ashes. So 5 or I don't know how many people got killed, but now we're all safe, and they should really be saving that because it'll probably make really good fertilizer or mulch, as long as there's no seeds. Dun dun dun. But we're about to the end here, agents. This is one of my favorite episodes. Again, it was the last Ultraman episode I saw until for 79 to maybe 88, 89. There he goes in the sky. Watch our hero fly. But he actually didn't come in a super jet. He just showed up. All right. Where's Hayata? Until our next assignment, agents, you can wander along with Ito about where Ultraman is or where Hayata is. Until our next assignment, this is X7 signing off.